looking at wee bits of advice that I've got for you to help you with how to memorise a song. I know that this can be pretty scary for people, and it's something that a lot of people find really intimidating and a bit overwhelming when they start to learn to sing. So I like to give you some strategies about this. These are little things that I do, I personally find helps me a lot when I'm trying to learn something. So first thing I would recommend is just get a printout of the words. I said a bit like once you've got a printout of them, you might want to amend the layout of it slightly so that you've got more spaces between the lines of the words. So you've got space where you can scribble down notes, so like vowel sounds, or circle difficult words and things like that. But once you've got it, see if you can speak the words in the rhythm of the song. It's centrifugal motion, it's perpetual bliss, it's a pivotal moment, it's incredible, this kiss, this kiss. It can really help just to kind of like, sounds a bit strange just now, but it can really help with just concentrating on the rhythm first of all with the words. I tend to find when people are learning, singers learn the notes pretty quickly, and that's especially true if they're happier as being an oral learner, and they learn a lot quicker by ear than they do, like say from learning something from sheet music and stuff like that. And I'm a bit like that as well. I learn a lot quicker by learning by ear and just by learning by copying someone first of all. So the next thing for you to do once you kind of feel happy with that is to kind of just speak the words, but like all of the words of the song, don't sing, it's like speak them in the rhythm of the song, if you see what I mean. Just speak the words really, really quickly. I'll give you an example. There was a Adele song, it was a cover from a Bob Dylan song. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear and there's no one there to dry your tears, I can hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. If I can just like drawl through it like that, then it sounds quite monotonous when I do it like that, isn't it? It doesn't sound lovely and poetic and lyrical the way it should be. Actually, just having that as a drill of almost like, oh, I'm knocking my microphone out. Kind of speaking the words and just kind of like flinging them out there, that helps me feel that I know it really, really well, that I know the song I'm trying to learn inside out. Like I say, the notes go in really quickly for me, and don't worry about the notes. And the way that you should be learning as well, remember we're talking about layers, folks, working with the melody first of all, building that up. Then you try and think about incorporating some of the words, like say the vowel sounds, when you're trying to pair it with the melody. But memorising is something a bit different, so we're trying to separate the words from the melody, because we're working on the assumption that you've done all that work with knowing the melody really well anyway. And generally speaking, for singers, the melody and the notes are the things that go in the easiest, and it's the easiest to memorise. Another kind of wee thing that I would say to you as well, folks, is to use a cheat sheet. Let me just give you a little example of that. Okay, so here's an example of a cheat sheet. We're just going to use the good old notepad and pen, and I'm going to make one up for Make You Feel My Love. This is like, no joking, this is exactly what I would do if I was learning this song from scratch again. This is what I did when I was in the process of memorising it. So I put down the title of the song, Make You Feel My Love. And this is another thing that we have to be quite specific about, folks, is that sometimes when people are learning, it's not that they don't know all the bits of the song, they probably do, it's just that they get confused with the song structure, maybe get a bit lost as to, okay, what verse am I meant to be singing this time. So sometimes having just a little cheat sheet which are a couple of words which are prompts to help you to remember. So what I'll do, say for instance at the start of verse 1, 2 or 3 words to give you a prompt about what is happening in verse 1. What I've got here is when the rain ... and that gives you a reminder, okay, this is what it starts off as, yeah. And then I'll do what the next bit, when the evening shadows ... and you've got a couple of words there that will help you. And then we kind of go into the bit with the kind of chorus. Is it, I know you haven't made your mind up, I know you haven't ... Same thing, just a couple of words to prompt you about where you are in the song. don't want you to feel like you have to go completely cold turkey, guys, when you're trying to learn a song, because that can be really off-putting. It can be demoralizing. So having this by your side is really, really helpful. And that's my next little thing. And once you've got your cheat sheet, and you can just fill that up with whatever prompts that you need for the structure of the song, then don't go into the habit of having the music stand right in front of you. I don't want to see people going like this, having this right in front of you. Once you've got your cheat sheet there, have it to the side of you, so it's still there, it's in your peripheral vision. You can look at it really quickly if you do get stuck, but I don't want you to feel that you're getting into that point of you feel like you can't live without it. But it's also that thing as well, that people use the music stand as something to hide behind, don't they? Like, oh, I'm a bit nervous, I'm a bit scared, I'm gonna stay covered in here. It helps you to get out of that habit. The music stand is there to help you, but it's not directly in front of you. This can make you feel a bit more exposed and a bit more vulnerable. But this is helping you in the long run. Remember, folks, we're trying to kind of mimic the situation of what it would be like for you to perform as much as we can. So that means always standing up, but it means like when you're trying to memorize songs, having a music stand to your side rather than directly in front of you. To get used to not having anything in front of you, you'd be really surprised at how it can make you feel a bit like exposed and a bit nervous, just not having these props to hide behind. So once you've got your cheat sheet there, you've got used to it being by your side, and you might feel pretty confident you know the song really well. Move it further away from you, so it's not so much in your peripheral vision, but it's in the same room, it's just off to the side a little bit more, so you can still look at it if you need to. And this is when you have a choice, guys, and you'll be the best judge of what situation and when is the best thing to kind of look at this. Sometimes when you get stuck with a song, it could be you're going up to the next verse and you're like, oh no, I can't remember what verse it is I'm meant to be singing now. It's usually the verses, because generally speaking, people can memorise the chorus a lot easier. What I would recommend with this, I know it maybe sounds a bit daft, but just repeat the verse that you've done. If the melody is pretty much the same but the words are different, just repeat the verses that you've just sung. A lot of the time people don't even notice, because they just hear the lovely singing, and that's fine, that keeps them happy. The most noticeable thing that you can do is to stop. It doesn't really matter if you sing the same verse and you just repeat it. I mean, okay, that's not ideal, but you're still performing. That happens all the time, folks, that people have memory blocks and things like that. I'll give you another example. I went to an international singing competition in Zaragoza a few years ago, and one of the ladies that was singing her aria, that she must have just had like something, a bit of fluff or something flying into her mouth, but she had to just stop and cough really, like a violently cough a couple times. But then she recovered really well and she went straight back into her song. It was almost as if it never happened. That is a professional. When you can have something like that happens, it doesn't stop you. It doesn't. You're never immune from making mistakes. It's how you manage them and how you cope with them that makes a huge difference to whether or not you can think to yourself you've got a good singing technique. Singing technique is sometimes about coping mechanisms when things go wrong, guys. Sometimes you really, really mess up and you just get really confused as to where you are in the song. Sometimes it's best to just stop and start again. And if that happens, say if you were doing a performance, please don't apologise. Just say something like, oh, got a bit muddled up. If it's alright with you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start again. And then you start again. It's all about recovering quickly. So a way to recover quickly is, if you're confused about which verse it is, just sing the same verse you've just done. Because, well, sometimes, that happens, you have a memory blank, can't really avoid it, that happens sometimes. But if you think you've really, really messed up, please don't feel demoralised, because it happens to everyone, it happens all the time. It's how you manage it that makes a big difference.